Hello and welcome to Taylor Tape. He's got bottle caps for eyes. We're going to predict just the main event of Henderson
Force.
versus Fedor.
Do you want to start this or should I start this?
You can start.
Okay, so we know Fedor, a legend of MMA.
Possibly GOAT.
No, not anymore.
Exactly. That's the point. GOAT, greatest of all time.
Yeah, but you could say Anderson Silva's greatest of all time.
Yeah, but he's not though, is he? Let's be honest.
He is though. He's gonna be.
Nah.
God, this is gonna be a long fucking video because we disagree on so much shit about Fedor.
Right. Okay. Fine. Fedor versus Henderson. Henderson's obviously a Greco-Roman wrestler, very good wrestler. Also got knockout power, as we saw against Michael Bisping. Of course, Fedor definitely has knockout power. Fedor definitely has the comebacks in him. Fedor definitely has the ground game. It's just whether he brings it to the fight or whether he is over as a fighter.
He's over as a fighter.
He thinks he's over as a fighter.
He is.
I'm on the fence. If he loses this one, yes, he should retire, definitely. If he wins this one, should he retire? Possibly.
I don't know. I think he's after this fight. If he does win this fight, he's gonna. I reckon he'll lose probably after that again. I think because he's getting to the age where people are better than him now, and he still thinks. I reckon that he's. I still think
he still thinks he's got it in him, which I think he's got it in him.
I don't know. I think he's being too confident of.
He got caught in a submission.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he got.
But that was a stupid mistake. That was caught in a stupid mistake. That wasn't him being less of a fighter than Fabrizio Verdum. But with Antonio,
he did get beaten.
Bigfoot Silva.
We've seen him come back from things like that.
Not really. That's the first time.
He just wasn't allowed to.
That was the first.
Yeah.
That was the first time he's ever Do you mean come back in the middle of a fight, or do you mean or after the fight?
No, it's in the middle of the fight.
Well, I mean, he did have a terrible swollen eye. Worse than Josh Koscheck in GSP fight. It was.
He could have continued. But anyway.
He would have lost, though.
What do you think's going to happen in the fight, then? What do you think's going to happen?
I think Dan Henderson is a lot stronger than Fedor. But Fedor will probably be a lot faster than he usually is because he's just moved down from heavyweight to light heavyweight.
Well, that's the thing is, what weight is it going to be at?
It's light heavyweight.
Is it definitely?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's moving down because he doesn't work in heavyweight.
Are you sure about that? Because I heard it could be either catchweight or light heavyweight.
Nah, it's going down. Okay. He's definitely going down. But Fedor will probably be a lot faster than he usually is. I don't know. I think Fedor will be losing mostly fat because he's quite a chubby. He was quite
he's not
chubby.
ripped.
He wasn't necessarily a muscular fighter. Whereas Dan Henderson is a strong light heavyweight. He's always been a strong fighter, and Fedor's never been particularly strong. If you know what I mean. He definitely does have KO power, just like Dan Henderson. But I think that Dan Henderson's strength, with his takedowns and strength in his good Greco-Roman wrestling, which is very good wrestling, will probably neutralize Fedor's submission attempts because Fedor's probably going to be feeling quite drained. I reckon moving down the weight, he's not going to be used to being a bit weaker than he usually is. If you know what I mean. So,
I'm going to put my faith in Fedor one last time.
Yeah.
I think he's going to win. Not decisively, but
by decision, do you think?
It's risky with these two going to decision, isn't it? Because both of them could knock you out in an instant. I'm going to say TKO or KO, but not necessarily decisive one. If you know what I mean, it's going to be a close fight, and then something's going to happen.
Rogers,
yeah.
I don't know. I think. I just think Dan Henderson is physically in better shape than Fedor, and I'd say physically more powerful than Fedor. Fedor has the heart of a proper lion, you know what I mean? He does though. He's he won't stop and he won't give up. I respect him for that. But I don't think he's good enough to beat Dan Henderson. But I don't even particularly think Dan Henderson is that good completely either. But I don't think he's even good enough to beat Dan Henderson.
You just got a little thing against Fedor, don't you?
I just don't think he's as good as everybody thinks he is.
Well, I don't think you're as good as everybody thinks you are, and everyone thinks you're shit.
Well, that means you think I'm good then, don't you?
No, I think I mean that. that means I think he'll
But look, man, Fedor's never, apart from people like Arlovsky and Tim Sylvia, who are both.
Yeah, there's a lot of big pride names in there, man.
Yeah, but I know what you mean. But he's fought people who.
Right, screw this. We'll do that in another video. We'll talk about Fedor more in another video.
We'll add that
I'll probably add it to a video response as this.
Alright, so I'm picking Dan Henderson by decision. But I think he's gonna beat. I think he's gonna decisively, very clearly win by decision.
I think it's gonna be a close one. Second round TKO.
For Fedor.
Third round TKO.
Third round. Oh,
yeah. Cool.